Hello, greetings. And you're on to Augustine. And I'm here again to give us another live broadcast. And before I will begin my live broadcast, I want to give a quick shout out to as many that has been diligently watching these videos. And I'm doing these videos so that the TBC community are kept up to date. That's what I'm doing. And I think that's going to be one of my contributions in our TBC community as we build our membership base into 1 billion. And at this point, it's still very early for members in the community to see the relevance of broadcasters in our TBC community. But then when we look at it in the current world that the elites has created, you will find out that most people has been brainwashed. You'll find out that so many people has been brainwashed because they feed on the informations that the elites give to them. That's what they do. And they are programmed because the elites want them to get those informations, and they are living by the informations. That's what broadcasters are. They refer to these ones in the elite world as newscasters. So they cast a spell on you. And those spells are usually from Nigeria, 9 p.m. in the evening till 10 p.m. So people are under hypnosis for about an hour, and it's like every day. So whatever thing that the media wants them to believe, it's what they believe. And today, so many people are under that influence. So many people are dying because they have allowed themselves to be deceived by the elites. Now, in our system, broadcasters are to keep the TBC community informed. That's what we are doing. And we'll keep making them informed, or we'll keep giving them live information so that they don't miss out at any point. All right, on that said, the title of my broadcast today is The Plan of Having a Few Food Subsidy Centers This Year is Sure. Now, let me say it again. The plan of having a few doesn't mean just one, and a few doesn't just mean two. We are looking at having a minimum of at least 3 food subsidy centers this year. Now we are in the month of August, so we have about 5 more months to the end of this year. We are going to see how it's going to be, and it's all up to us to make that happen. But then, yesterday, that reminds me before I continue, if you're just tuning into my broadcast and you haven't yet subscribed, do well to subscribe. If you are not yet a member in the TBC community and you want to become a member, maybe you followed me for a while and you want to get registered, the links are below. On this particular video, you will see the links below. You can click on it. If you are a member in the TBC community, yeah, you can just watch to keep yourself up to date. But if you are not, you can become a member. There are 2 options there. There is that for the merchants. Merchants are people who render services to humanity. Either you sell provisions, or you are an engineer or a doctor or whatsoever. Now, if you are going to use my referral link to get registered, do well and then reach out to me. My WhatsApp is there. Contact me so that I can guide you on how and what to do to benefit from the system. Okay. Now, that said, moving over to the content of today, we will start by looking into our food United for Food app. You should do well to look into that United for Food app. And at this point, it is Ivory Coast that is actually ahead, and then they are moving forward very well, and followed by India, then Bangladesh, then Nigeria, and then I think Cameroon, and then from Cameroon, then Ghana, then Philippines, and all that. Now, the bottom line I'm actually driving at is this. Yesterday, we had a meeting, and in the meeting, our keyword was flexible. And that particular keyword was the administration that decided to give it to our beloved brother, Derek. And that particular update was because the administration has seen that there is every need for the TBC community to start seeing value. Now let's reason together. Being in the TBC community, it's actually a responsibility to become a billionaire. It's not going to be so easy, and we are still in the initiation phase. We are still at the early phase. You can picture what Bitcoin was 5 years from when it existed. So many people still didn't even understand what it was, you know. But the thing is that in TBC, when we build our membership into 1 billion, it will be impossible for them to change the setting. It will be impossible for them to, take authority over the system, because those that are going to be billionaires are going to be so strong, and not just strong, they will be informed, they will be educated, and they will be rendering services to the TBC community like every day, just like how the banks do render services to people who come to patronize them. So it will be impossible for the elite. Some people who were billionaires were careless, or millionaires in Bitcoin. They were careless, they were uninformed, and they were ignorant. They sold off their coins when the thing dropped. It drops, and then they sold off their coins. So many people were under the guise manipulation of the elites. But in TBC community, information will keep you up to date. That's why we implore you to come for our daily meetings, Mondays through Fridays. With that, you get yourself informed about the events, the happenings of TBC. So let me go back to what we were saying. We're having a meeting yesterday, and in that meeting that we're having, the administration wasn't present because he was down with a flu, But then I believe he'll be back to his feet shortly, and my best wishes goes out to him. I believe he'll be well soon. So going forward, we discussed, and we had several people make contributions. In fact, Bay Derek was even the one saying that, wow, he has never seen so much people that has raised up their hands to contribute and then to air their views concerning our food subsidy center. And it was really amazing. Fortunately, I was one of those who made some contributions, or a contribution. I said a few things, and I was of the opinion that the food subsidy centers should start up, and it should start up small, and then over time it can grow. And then when it grows, just like we started our Bitcoin bounty, it started small, and then we do first position, second position, third position, and then that was 200 grains of gold, then 100 grains of gold, and 50 grains of gold. It was an award that ran for about 1 year plus, even over a year, and so many people enjoyed it until a point it's now stopped. We expanded Bitcoin bounty from English to English and French, and then other countries also came in. Now, it is the same concept that we're going to apply also in our United for Food. We are going to start small, but then it has not yet been concluded upon. So please do not run faster than your legs. Be patient, because it is still being deliberated upon. The administration is on, he has this understanding that it's a race to global adoption. He also knows that the elite has a plan, and the plan is to create artificial scarcity of food. Bad enough, they've created artificial scarcity of the financial system and made it such that the rich get richer, evade taxes, and the poor are the ones that bear the responsibility for the rich. So the poor are suffering for something they know nothing about. Same thing applies to the present governing system and others. The rich are richer because they have the system, or they created the system to favor them. And now the paradigm wants to be changed, and the elites are not even aware of what we are doing, and they are not supposed to be aware. When they would get to know about it is when we built our membership into about 1 billion. So it's going to take them unawares. They'll be frustrated, and then so many of them will commit suicide because they thought that they were controlling the narrative. Their agenda for us is Agenda 2030, own nothing and be happy, infusing humanity with transhumanism, and then making them perpetual slaves so that they do their bidding. But that's not what our Father, our Creator in heaven wants. No, our Creator in heaven wants us to remain in his image and likeness and flourish, and then glorify him in his image and likeness, which is our human body, our body, soul, and spirits. Now, moving forward to this, we made some deliberations. Now, out of 100, I'm giving an instance. Out of 100 that made contributions, less than 10% were of the opinion that the structure that has been set by the admin is maintained. But a few, or a whole lot of other people, were of the opinion that we start small. Now, there were some conditions that were given, and so many people made different contributions. So many people made different opinions, and I also made mine, but then it's not something I should come here and then give out. But the truth is, if you want to actually make your own contribution, come to our meeting today. It will be holding by 4 p.m. West African time. Share and air your views. Now, your views must be reasonable. And you also have to be an active member of the TBC community. If you're not an active member, then I don't think your coming in is of any essence. So you have to be active to come in and then make your contributions. Share your views. It really matters. And then after sharing your views, fine. The administration listened to our meeting yesterday. He understood what we had to say. And he's also working because he has a system, and that's TBC. And the system is going to be soon of the people, by the people, and for the people. He's building it into that point, and it's very likely that we are going to achieve that foundation this level this year. We are building to that proof course this year, so that by next year we can get to our membership of 1 billion. If we are able to achieve the food subsidy center, which will rival this thing that the elites want to do, I'm certain that it will spoil all of their plans. When they are trying to create artificial scarcity, there will be another organization, private, not under the government authority. We're also going to build a structure in such a way that there will be no way that the government can infringe or tamper with what we are doing. These are the plans that we are putting into place. And I want you to understand that this food subsidy center has a 90% tendency of kicking off this particular year. It wouldn't be just one. At least we are going to have a minimum of 2 food subsidy centers. So many of you that are doubting and are saying, well, let's see. One thing you are going to understand, I'm going to say it now, but then I have to enter into my Gringo Cash back office. And then it's from there I'll make my content and then I'll conclude. It is certain that in as much as we're distributing TBC coins to people in our TBC community, we are also working to make sure that it doesn't fall into those who do not value it. It will not fall into the hands of those that are not responsible for taking care of these coins. They wouldn't fall into the wrong hands. That's the reason why I have to share my screen. Say a few things. If you think you want to be a member in our TBC community and you want to be responsible, and then at some point qualify to be called a billionaire or a millionaire, yes, we would get there. Though it may look far-fetched, but this is what we'll achieve. So it should be in the hands of the right people, So with that, let me share my screen. And then after that, I say what I have to say, and then that'll be all. Okay, now screen share. All right, so quickly I move into our Gringo Cash. This is our Gringo Cash. Now, yesterday in our Gringo Cash, I talked about this. And in this, I talked about it was 802. This that is 4 was 2 as at yesterday. And I said that the next time I'll be coming to have this broadcast, it's no more going to be 4. It's not going to be 2, it will be 4. And obviously, it's now 4. Now, what does this imply? It simply means that we have appreciated in about 2,000 plus. And that's a good one. Now, soon, I said it was going to happen like that. Now, soon, we will start appreciating by 3,000 plus, soon 4,000 plus, and at some point 5,000 plus, 6,000, 10,000, 15,000, 20,000. Now this thing it's not magic, it's actually going to happen. And there's every tendency that we'll be appreciating by about 5,000 plus before this year comes to an end. The promo is still on, and this particular promo will be filled out this year. 10,000 people will fill out our mass adoption team before the end of this month, the end of this year. So far, so good. It's just 37 that has complied. And before the end of this month, it's going to be over 100 that has complied. Over 100, But then let's watch. Now, towards the end of this year, it would appreciate into over 900. And then before you know it, there will be a rush to complete 10,000. There will be a rush. The TBC community are calm. We are watching to see. Annual payments in crypto get 1,000 TBC until 10,000 TBCs or December 31st, 2021, whichever comes first. What does this mean? Let me make you understand. It means you pay this month, then you get 1,000 TBC this month. Next month, you get another 1,000. Another month, you get another 1,000 until the end of the year. So it depends on when you pay. Some will pay and they'll get 5,000 because they paid in the month of August. Some will pay in the month of September and get 4,000. It's all up to you. If you follow the system well, you will get enough coins. Do your choice. Make your choice. Do what you need to do. Now, I'm still on this. We have reduced. We are now 699 million. In no distant time, we will get to 600 million. In no distant time, we will get to 500 million. Beware, because the way I am seeing this system, The administration will not make any move. Now, I stand to be corrected, okay? But the administration will not make any move until the TBC accounts, the TBC wallet reduces to 500 million TBC coins. Now, this is because this promo must be changed. This summer promo must be changed. And this summer promo, once it is changed, what it's going to do is it's going to force people to start paying. It's going to, I wouldn't say force people. Okay, it's going to make people prefer paying yearly subscription than monthly subscription, because the monthly subscription offers that I'll be giving here, it's going to be so negligible that you will not be able to have so much TBC because the account has gone down to a reasonable extent. Yeah, we know that a whole lot is going to happen, such as new members old members will likely, if they do nothing, coins will be returned to the admin wallet, and then it may cause this to bump up small. But even if it bumps up at that point, we are going to be at the verge of setting up a food subsidy center, or even much more than one food subsidy center. And so it's not going to be possible for the administration to accommodate so much, spending or giving out TBC the way he's doing now. So I think it's best for us to wake up to this truth and do what you need to do now, because TBC is actually going to become so powerful. Picture a time when these food subsidy centers will start up, and then TBC becomes a household name. I'm really happy for the person or the country that this food subsidy center will start in first. And the way I see it, it's likely going to be Ivory Coast. Based on the principle of meritocracy, it will be Ivory Coast. Now, following Ivory Coast, it will be India. Following India, it will be Bangladesh. Now, if there will be any three countries that will kick off the food subsidy center this year, it's likely going to be these three. Now, from next year, 2022, the first country that would likely start it is going to be Nigeria. Now, I am saying this because I see it likely going to happen. It's going to be not the number of people who has entered into the United for Food app. No, it's going to be the number of people that are active members in the United for Food app. That's how the judgment will be. If you have 1,000 people that are in the app and less than 500 are paying their subscription fee, they wouldn't qualify. But I believe we are going to raise our frequency, raise our consciousness to the point where all of us in Nigeria and so many other countries will qualify, having at least 1,000 active paid members. So I don't know what you are doing in our TBC community. If you are working, if you are making your necessary contributions, congratulations. I do appreciate that. But if you are folding your hands and doing nothing, don't expect anything to happen anytime soon to you, because to whom more is given, much is expected. That means you give, you make your subscription fee payment. The system will reward you in abundance, even when the TBC wallet has reduced to 500 million. I think even when it reduces to 500 million, there will still be preference. There will still be a number of people who will still be getting TBC. Where you would not be able to get TBC again is once the billionaire level has been filled out. Now, at that point, food subsidy centers are everywhere. The reason why you won't be able to get TBC again is because we cannot give out TBC because billionaire level has been filled out. Only billionaires will have TBC, not millionaires. That's one. Secondly, at that point, those that are going to benefit the food subsidy center are only going to be TBC billionaires. At this point, TBC billionaires. So those who are TBC billionaires, they would find the need to spend their TBC coins. So it's going to be needful for them to remain active. They are going to find the need to pay their yearly subscription or monthly subscription and stay active. So it's going to be something that they are billionaires. They've seen the reason why they are going to be billionaires. And apart from that, there will be a huge demand for these TBC coins from those who are millionaires. And it's at that point that in one day, well, we'll be increasing by 1 million. I'm saying this, in one day, we increase by 1 million. The way the system has been structured, there is every tendency that our membership of 1 billion will be achieved if we're able to have at least 100 food subsidy centers before the end of next year. We're going to achieve our membership of 1 billion. And once that happens, we can say that is on your marks. That's not our success. Once we've gotten 1 billion status, that doesn't mean, yeah, that's our success. That's the beginning of our success. because 1 billion people means our currency is now on the same platform with every other currency in the world, meaning that some countries are less than 1 billion, some countries are even less than 500 million. So if a country of 1 billion people say this is our currency, it becomes viable. The world will believe it, the world will accept it. We are going to have several wars, several fights before we get there. But trust me, this is the relevance of who broadcasters are. We were going to stand and fight. It's actually a weapon of warfare, but it's not a carnal weapon of warfare. It is going to be a weapon of warfare that has to do with what? Information. And if you are misinformed, then you are deformed. I hope you stay with us so that you can witness how these things are going to play out. All right, I think I will stop at this point. Just bear in mind that we're having another meeting today. If you are interested, join us in having this meeting. This is the condition. This condition must hold. Building a clusters of 1,000 people as priority placement. Watch how these things will unfold. It's actually still being deliberated upon. And I know that it's going to end in our favor this very year. We are going to have a reasonable number of food subsidy centers so that you may be a doubter, but once that happens, you will believe. Every information will be documented in our Gringo Cash back office. Just hold on. Stay tuned to TBC community because we are going to dwarf Bitcoin. You know what it means to dwarf? We are going to dwarf Bitcoin. I mean, Bitcoin will be no match to TBC community. Trust us as we build this thing. It is a currency of the people, by the people, for the people. It is a country that is private and it wants to build love and respect and wants to make it go viral. We want to revive the world. We want to bring down the country. The systems the elite has brought up, the system that is based on scarcity and lack and greed, we are going to bring them down. Are you with us? If you are not with us, well, I think you are shooting yourself on the leg. I want you to join us. The price is not much to pay. And if you're able to come in this year, I tell you, for the rest of your life, you would have made a decision that will affect not just you, but your generations to come. I hope you don't miss out on this offer. It's up to you. I believe you are going to listen and act accordingly. Remember, the links are down below. If you are still not a member, I think you should come. I crave your indulgence. Join us. But if you're a member, then wake up. Build with us. Build with us. Now, more on Life Force. You are going to hear more about it once the administration comes to interact with us in our Gringo Cash, in our weekly meeting today. All right. So till I come your way again, most likely tomorrow. Cheers. God bless you and do have a wonderful day. This will be all for now. Bye.